Welcome to this channel where we talk about the parts of your daily life everyone pretends don't exist. Today's topic, the invisible harvest. Your attention, your behavior, your entire existence packaged and sold while you scroll through cat videos. Spoiler, you're not the customer. Level 1, the engineered morning. Picture this. You wake up, your hand reaches for your phone before your brain fully boots up. This isn't an accident. The notification you see first, engineered. The dopamine hit, calculated. The fact that you checked Instagram before brushing your teeth, that's behavioral design worth billions. Every app on your phone has a team of psychologists whose entire job is making sure you can't put it down. You think you're choosing to scroll? Actually, you're responding to stimuli like a lab rat pressing a lever for food pellets. Level 2, the attention economy. Let's talk money, except instead of dollars, we're trading seconds of your life. Every platform operates on the same principle. Your attention is finite. Their appetite for it is not. Facebook doesn't care if you're happy. It cares if you're engaged. We've replaced genuine connection with scalable approval metrics. A like is cheaper than a compliment. A heart emoji costs less emotional labor than caring. We've gamified human relationships and wonder why we feel empty. The average person checks their phone 96 times per day. That's once every 10 minutes of waking life. Not because they expect important news, but because they're anxious about approval metrics. Teenagers are developing anxiety disorders over follower counts. Adults are having identity crises over engagement rates. We're letting strangers on the internet determine our self-worth with a tap of their thumb. Genius move, really. Level 4, the manufactured outrage machine. Here's a fun pattern. Every platform needs conflict to survive. Calm, rational discussion doesn't drive engagement. Fury does. Twitter's algorithm doesn't show you the most accurate information, it shows you the most inflammatory. One study found that moral outrage increases by 20% for every word in a tweet that triggers emotional reaction. The platforms learn to weaponize your disgust. You're not arguing with strangers because you care about the issue. You're arguing because the platform trained you to perform outrage for an audience. It's theater, except you're both the actor and the product being sold. Level 5, the death of boredom. When was the last time you were genuinely bored? Not waiting in line bored while scrolling your phone, actually bored, staring at a wall, letting your mind wander, having original thoughts. We've eliminated every second of silence with digital noise. Waiting for coffee? Scroll. Riding the elevator? Scroll. Bathroom? Definitely scroll. We're so terrified of being alone with our thoughts that we've outsourced our internal dialogue to TikTok. The best ideas in history came from boredom. Newton under the apple tree, Einstein riding a train, Archimedes in the bath. Your next shower thought is, I wonder what's on Reddit. Splendid. Level 6, the illusion of choice. You think you control what you see online. Adorable. Every feed is curated by algorithms designed to keep you engaged, not informed, not educated, engaged. YouTube's recommendation algorithm has been shown to push users toward increasingly extreme content because extreme content keeps people watching. Facebook's newsfeed shows you approximately 0.5% of available content from people you follow. The other 99.5% algorithmically determined based on what keeps you scrolling. You're not choosing what to see, you're being fed what performs best in engagement metrics. The filter bubble isn't a bug, it's the core feature. You see content that confirms your existing beliefs because challenging your worldview might make you leave. Can't have that. You don't own anything anymore, did you notice? Music, rented from Spotify. Movies, rented from Netflix. Software, rented from Adobe. Even your car's heated seats are a subscription now, because of course they are. We've been convinced that ownership is outdated. Why buy an album when you can stream everything? Well, because when Spotify decides to remove an artist, your music disappears. When Netflix loses licensing rights, your favorite show vanishes. You paid for access, not ownership. Big difference. The subscription model is brilliant corporate strategy. Instead of selling you something once, they sell you the same thing forever. Your monthly payments never end. Their revenue stream never stops. You're not a customer. you're a revenue subscription. Physical media became inconvenient. Digital ownership became impossible. Now we rent our entire digital lives and pretend it's freedom. Let me explain this slowly. The algorithm knows you better than you know yourself. Every click, every pause, every second you spend looking at content feeds the machine. It knows you're depressed before you do. It knows you're pregnant before you tell anyone. It knows you're considering divorce before you've admitted it to yourself. Target famously figured out a teenager was pregnant before her father knew, based on purchasing patterns. The ads you see aren't random. They're psychological warfare, micro-targeted based on your vulnerabilities, your insecurities, your desires you haven't voiced. You're not paranoid if they're actually watching, and they are definitely watching. Subscribe if you've ever had a conversation near your phone and then seen ads for exactly what you discussed, because at this point, pretending it's coincidence is just sad. We've reached the point where you can't trust your own eyes. Deepfakes, AI-generated content, manipulated images. Reality has become negotiable. In 2023, an AI-generated image of the Pentagon exploding briefly crashed the stock market. It was fake, obviously fake to anyone who looked closely, but the market reacted before verification. That's where we are now. Truth moves slower than lies. Social media has trained us to believe that seeing equals truth, except now you can generate photorealistic images of anything, videos of anyone saying anything, audio of any voice saying words they never spoke. The tools are free. The implications are catastrophic. Every election from now on will be fought in the space between real and fabricated. Every scandal will include the question, but is it real? And by the time we verify, the damage is done. Fun times. Here's where it gets interesting. Your digital profile will outlive you. Every photo you've posted, every comment you've made, every like, every search, every purchase, it's all permanent. Even when you delete it, it exists on backup servers, archived by third parties, captured by data brokers. Your digital ghost is already more substantial than your biological presence. There are people whose entire lives are documented online, from birth, baby photos on Facebook, childhood videos on YouTube, teenage angst on Twitter, college parties on Instagram. They've never existed without surveillance. When they die, their profiles remain active. Their data continues generating value for platforms. Their search history becomes permanent historical record. Your great-great-grandchildren might study your internet activity in school. That embarrassing tweet from 2015? Immortal. The pattern you can't unsee. Every single layer of modern digital life is extraction. Your attention, extracted and sold. Your behavior, extracted and monetized. Your identity, extracted and packaged. Your consciousness, extracted and archived. You're not using these platforms, you're feeding them. Every interaction is data. Every pause is analysis. Every emotion is inventory. The smartphone in your pocket is the most sophisticated surveillance device ever created, and you paid for it. You carry it everywhere. You sleep next to it. You panic when you forget it. The social contract was simple: free services in exchange for your data. Except you didn't read the terms. Nobody reads the terms. The terms are deliberately incomprehensible, and even if you understood them, you'd still click agree, because opting out means social exile. None of this is conspiracy. It's just capitalism optimized to its logical conclusion. Surveillance isn't a byproduct of modern technology, it's the business model. You can delete your accounts, throw away your phone, move to a cabin in the woods. It won't matter. Your data is already out there, being traded, analyzed, sold. There is no delete button for information that's already been harvested. The invisible harvest is complete. They've already collected everything they needed. Everything that follows is just refinement. And here's the best part. You'll keep participating because the alternative is worse. Disconnection means irrelevance. Privacy means isolation. Opting out means being left behind. They've made the cage so comfortable you forget it's a cage. The part of your daily life everyone ignores, the part where you're not the user, you're the product, the part where your attention isn't yours anymore, the part where your digital existence has become more valuable than your biological one. You can't unsee it now. Every notification is a hook, every scroll is a transaction, every post is inventory, every like is currency in an economy you don't control. The invisible harvest isn't coming, it already happened. You're living in the aftermath, trying to figure out why you feel so empty while your digital profile gets richer. This is the world we built, one click at a time, one like at a time, one subscription at a time. And the terrifying part, we'll keep building it because we're addicted to the harvest, even as it drains us dry. Welcome to the invisible harvest. Population, everyone with a pulse and a Wi-Fi connection. Enjoy your stay. You're not leaving.